A dream, as strange as it was vivid, unfolded in the deep of the night. In the heart of this dreamscape, a colossal woman towered from earth to sky, her body semi-transparent in a hue of blue, as if woven from the fabric of the cosmos itself. Her gaze, piercing and infinite, was locked on the vast expanse of the universe, seemingly oblivious to the minuscule existence on Earth. Near her massive right foot, a tiny spark fluttered, no larger than a speck of dust. It was a spark of the same ethereal blue as the giantess, a minuscule entity trying to defy the laws of gravity and rise above her toe. "Look at me, just look at me," it seemed to plead, pouring all its tiny might into this singular quest. The vast difference in their sizes, the overwhelming presence of the giantess, and the insignificant spark, it seemed improbable, almost impossible, for her to even register the tiny entity's existence. But the tiny blue spark refused to relent. It persisted, its desire to be noticed growing with every passing moment. Then, to the spark's immense relief, something miraculous happened. Without lowering her head, the giantess shifted her gaze, her eyes meeting the tiny spark. It was a subtle acknowledgement, an indication that she saw it, she noticed it, and in that moment, the tiny spark was filled with an indescribable joy, a feeling of being seen, of mattering in the grand scheme of things. Awakening from the dream, the joy lingered, yet the meaning remained elusive. The dreamer was left wondering, puzzled by the strange dream. What did it signify? Why did it bring such a profound sense of happiness? The dream was a riddle, a mystery that needed to be solved, but the dreamer knew not where to start, or even if there was an answer to be found. Yet, the joy persisted, a beacon in the confusion, a reminder of the beautiful encounter in the dream. The following day brought a long-awaited reunion with Misha, the world traveler. His return from a global cruise bore the promise of many tales to tell. Over steaming cups of tea, the conversation flowed freely, the familiarity of our friendship undiminished by his weeks of absence. In the midst of his stories of sunsets and seascapes, I took a moment to share the peculiar dream that had left me with a lingering sense of wonder. His response was unexpected. Instead of the usual jests about too much late-night cheese, Misha laughed heartily, his eyes sparkling with an air of knowing. He promised an explanation, a key to unlock the mystery of my celestial encounter. Misha began his tale, transporting us from the cozy confines of his living room to the mystical shores of Mount Athos. It was there, he shared, that a monastery dedicated to the Mother of God stood tall against the backdrop of the azure Aegean Sea. The story of its founding was steeped in divine intervention. Two monks, journeying through the night, had been visited in a dream by the Mother of God herself, instructing them to build a temple in her honor. From this sacred place, Misha had brought back souvenirs and pieces of cotton, blessed by the miraculous icon of the Mother of God. As he handed me these tangible fragments of his journey, the dream that had puzzled me began to shimmer with a new light. In the light of Misha's tale, the dream began to take on a new significance. The towering figure in my dream, the spark of my own being striving for attention, and the divine recognition that had filled me with inexplicable joy. All these elements seemed to weave together in a profound tapestry of meaning. It was as if, through Misha's journey, the universe had chosen to reveal a message, a reminder of our divine origins and our eternal connection to the celestial realm. With the pieces falling into place, the dream's interpretation was revealed. The dream was a divine encounter, a manifestation of the spiritual journey the dreamer was on. The woman in the dream, colossal and divine, symbolized the Divine Mother, the embodiment of the ultimate spiritual realm where our true essence belongs. The dreamer, though seemingly insignificant as a small spark, was recognized by the divine. This illustrates a profound spiritual truth. The divine spark within each of us, no matter how minute, is worthy of divine attention. We are children of the divine, creations of the ultimate power. Even the smallest spark of spiritual need is acknowledged by the divine, and the divine always responds to our spiritual needs. In the spiritual world, a small spark of spirituality and a powerful spiritual fire may be equally significant to the divine realm. This is because they share the same divine nature. The fabric of the Divine Mother's body and the tiny spiritual spark in the heart of a human have the same divine origin. They are one and indivisible. The divine sees and hears us when its spark within our heart awakens and strives to connect with it. The dreamer's size, in contrast to the Divine Mother's, might signify the disparity between his spiritual realization and hers. The blue transparent color could symbolize purity, sanctity, and the divine. The small spark reflects the dreamer's yearning for the divine, a desire to connect with it. The Divine Mother's gaze back at him signifies the divine's reciprocal attention to the prayer of his heart, causing joy and happiness in his mortal body. The story of Mount Athos and the gifts from the Divine Mother's temple, shared by his friend, physically affirm the dream's spiritual origin and its symbolism. They highlighted the importance of the dreamer's spiritual aspirations from the divine's perspective. The dream was not merely a dream, but a divine encounter, an affirmation of the dreamer's spiritual journey. The joy born from the realization that the Divine Mother noticed the yearnings of his heart and responded to them continues to live undimmed in his heart. The impact of such a dream, once understood, is not easily forgotten. It acts as a beacon, illuminating life's journey with newfound clarity and purpose. The dreamer, having tasted the divine nectar of recognition, now walks with a lighter step, his heart brimming with the joy of spiritual fulfillment. Every moment of life becomes an opportunity to feel that divine connection, to experience the joy of being seen and cherished by the divine. The dream was not just a fleeting nocturnal vision, it was a profound spiritual revelation that transformed the dreamer's perception of himself and his place in the universe. It instilled in him the certainty that the divine spark within us, however small, is always seen, always cherished by the divine. This realization, this divine affirmation, has given him a joy that surpasses all understanding. From then onwards, the joy of the divine encounter, the realization that even the smallest spark is seen and cherished by the divine, has been a constant flame in the dreamer's heart.